What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This video, we're looking at the NBA Finals Game 1 picks for Prizepicks. Let's go ahead and get started. It's been a bit since we had some NBA action, and Nuggets feel like they haven't played in forever. As always, if you enjoy the videos, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Check some other links in the description, and let's go ahead and get started. So, still got the Jokic free square if you haven't used it. If you already used it, you can take the PRA at 50.5, which I like a lot. I think he's going to have another big series. Bam's struggling offensively, and he's been an undersized center his whole career. So I think Jokic is going to have his way, and he's going to continue to just dominate. So either one of those I like. Points, taking Jamal Murray over 25.5. He's been cooking this playoffs. At home, he's been great. On the road, he's been great as well. Nuggets, always a tough place to play up there in Denver. They haven't lost yet this postseason at home, and I don't think it's going to start today. Expecting a big game, especially with all the rest these guys have had. Maybe they come out a little rusty in the first quarter, but I think they'll find their footing pretty quickly. And these two have just been so dominant this playoffs. I like taking the overs on both of them. Murray, I've been taking his points overs, and Jokic, it's been PRA a lot. Looking at some other pieces on Miami side, I love Kayla Martin at 24.5. Will be interesting to see if they run out the same starting lineup like they did the last few games in Boston. I assume they will, but Nuggets definitely have a lot more size that they start with Gordon at the 4, Michael Porter at the 3. Those guys are 6'10", both, and he don't really have anybody to really step up. Kevin Love's, they've been starting him early in the few games against Boston, but he just doesn't have the stamina to play a lot. He didn't even play the last few games, so we'll see who they decide to bring in or if they decide to just keep it a small ball lineup. But either way, Martin's going to get his minutes at least until Tyler Hero comes back, but even with him back, he should still get the minutes. He's been their best player last series, and he's been the most consistent piece. Another over PRA that I like is Michael Porter Jr. on the other side from Denver. He just plays a lot of minutes. He's been great rebounding this playoff, so he's flirted with 10-plus rebounds a lot. Through the last 4 games against the Lakers, he gave you 10 rebounds, and that's big for a guy that takes as many threes as he does. He's probably going to hit a couple of them a game, give you some other 2-point shots, and then if he's giving you 10 rebounds, should be pretty easy to hit this over, and we saw it a lot later where he was mid to high 20s, one time in the 30. Going back to points and under that I'm looking at is Bam at 16.5. Just hasn't been doing anything great offensively this playoffs. Can't finish over any small guy, and Jokic is definitely not going to just back down against him. I think Jokic is going to make life even more difficult than he was facing in some of the Boston series, and just don't think that if he's continues to struggle offensively, they'll probably just go some other way just because he's been that bad. And it's been pretty free if you've been taking his under because he's always been around 16.5, 17 points. And he hasn't even come close a lot of games. So those are 5 pieces. And then the final one that I like is taking the over 8.5 points on Duncan Robinson. Put that as less on Bam. But I like Duncan. He's going to get the minutes in a couple games until Hero's back. He's been good in his time, and they need some shooting in the series. Nuggets will put up points. He's a guy that can come into the game, give you a couple threes. If he gets hot and hits 3 threes, you're looking at an easy over. But a couple threes, and he's even shown a willingness to cut, drive to the basket, and get some layups there. So I think this number looks pretty good for him. And the rest, Jokic, free square, or take his PRA. Murray, like the points. Martin, I like the PRA. Porter, I like the PRA. Bam, under points. And Duncan, over 8.5. Seems pretty good to me. Let me know other props that you're looking at in the comments. Best of luck today, and I will catch you all next time.